Hey everyone, this side Sai, and this is a new series that I'm starting. This series will basically focus on my journey and on how I achieve 500k in funding in whatever upcoming time it is, 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, 1 year. Hopefully in the upcoming 6 months, but this is what this entire series is going to be. Today is day one. What I will be basically doing in this particular series is telling what are the trades I've taken for that particular day, what was my game plan, and how am I right now in terms of funding, and where am I planning to go ahead from here. So if you can see my screen, I am going to do a very brief detailed analysis on what is going to happen. So currently I am funded with funded next, and I am currently funded with almost 6k. That is the smallest account size that funded next has, and I'm currently funded with $6,000. And the best part is that I've logged in a 5% payout, which essentially means I am going to get paid somewhere around $400, including their phase one and phase two profits. So basically, what happens is Funded Next, if at all this firm provides 15% of the challenge profits that you made in phase one and phase two, 8% plus 15%, 13%. Out of that 13%, they give you 15%. And, as usually 80-20 split is something that you get.
So I cleared this account a month ago almost. Basically, it will be a month by December 5th. So I'll be getting my payout on December 4th, I believe, not December 5th. But this is my current state of funding. And what are the current accounts that I have? Currently, I have
25k challenge account, which is standing at 24,600 something. So basically, I'm in a net loss of somewhere around 1.8%. And currently, the plan is to actually go ahead in this particular 25k challenge and clear it, because the aim is again to make 5% on the first payout and get a 1,000 or $1,200 payout, given that they will be giving me 15% of the challenge phase as well. So that is the current game plan. Now I am not thinking how I'm going to go till 500k. I'm only thinking what to do ahead, what is my next step. So my immediate step as of now is clearing this 25k phase 1, not even thinking about the phase 2. I am currently thinking about how can I clear phase 1 from a 1.8% drawdown. Okay, so the journey is entirely about how well am I planning, how well am I executing, and how well am I acting upon my trade ideas, or the trade plan, or the game plan that I have for the overall day. I've been doing trading for quite a lot. Right now I've been doing this particular thing for 4 years, so it's been some time since I have been trading. Right now I want to become more disciplined. I want to get ahead of whatever I have been doing in the past few years, and I want to actually take my trading level to another level, or maybe you can say improve myself in a much better manner, so that I deserve 500k or 1 million in funding in the future. Now, coming back to the point, what happened today, what are the trades that I have taken today. So today I traded two pairs. Basically, one was euro USD and the second one was NQ. Now, the reason why I trade euro USD is because I find it comparing with relative strength with Dixie very simple, and I like to take euro USD trades because they are very clean. Given that today was a Monday, that is a no news Monday, it was a very choppy start to the day. As you can see, Monday, I believe the market opened around here, and it went higher, came back lower. I took a trade somewhere around here in these levels, expecting for very good push on the upside. I got this push on the upside as well, but again, what really happened was it faded down, and after the London, I got a very good opening over here. So basically, this was a FVG IFVG, as you can see over here. This is where this IFVG was formed. That means inverted fair value gap. It reacted, it broke it, it went higher, it came back, it tapped, and subsequently I had a fair value gap on 5 minute time frame as well. Along with that, on the dollar index, I had bearishness. That means that, somewhere around these levels, I had bearishness and I could see a fair value gap in dollar as well. So that is the reason I took a long in Euro USD. How did the long go? Now, this long was basically there so that I can maybe tap into these areas of liquidity on a daily fair value gap, which was formed. This area was liquidity was formed on Friday. So basically, my entire understanding was, to catch this 1:6, 1:7 kind of trade. But then what really happened was, it went higher and it started chopping out over here. And at the same time, if you can see this particular high, this is the London high at 3 p.m. IST. So this is the London high that was formed. And market came back here during the evening around the New York Open. Now I was very, very, dicey. I was very, very, in a double mind kind of thing that, what if this sweeps it from here and I close at break even? And this is the small mistake that I did. So instead of, holding this particular trade, I tried to close it at a 1 hour. And that is the reason I missed this entire 1:6 up move that I was getting. And rather, I just closed with a 1:1 kind of thing. Okay, or maybe 1:1.5, because my risk was less than 1%. It was somewhere around 1.75 or 0.5%. So again, the reason I lost on this particular trade was because I, took my profits a little quickly, went ahead with my TP a little quickly. But if I would have held on to this particular trade, it would have been a banger, and I could have started my Monday with a 4 or 5% on the upside. Now, once that happened, I did not find any more setup in Euro USD. Trust me. What really happened after that was, as you can see, Euro USD just tapped into a daily fair value gap. Once it taps into a daily fair value gap, you don't have any option. You don't want to go long from here because you want to see how things are reacting. But again, right now, what is my plan? My plan is very, very simple, that if at all I get a 4 hour fair value gap, right, this FVG, if at all this forms, right, which will be probably, I'll be knowing it by tomorrow, because right now it's 12:30, so I'll be not trading anymore. So if at all I see this 4 hour fair value gap giving me a 15-minute MSS plus FVG, or maybe a 5 minute one in relation with Dixie, I might think of taking this trade to this particular liquidity highs. Now, coming back to the second trade of the day, that is probably in NQ. So, what really happened with my trade in NQ was that, I saw this 4 hour fair value gap in NASDAQ. You can see this beautifully reacted. On the downside, I'm still waiting for this daily fair value gap. This is my context. So I am not interested in trading this particular daily fair value gap, because it's anyways, the 50% of the entire fair value gap has not reacted. When we touched into this fair value gap, we touched very, very heavily. We did not respect this fair value gap. So it was, it was very clear that we are probably going to the OTE, that is the optimal entry, at 0.79% retracement of the entire up move that has happened. So basically, what I did was, I saw that there was a 4 hour fair value gap reaction. Wonderful. I loved it. And then what I wait for is a 15-minute MSS. So I got a 15-minute MSS. I got a 15 minutes fair value gap as well. It did not tap onto that. So I got a little ahead of myself, and then I saw NQ reacting from this particular fair value gap. If you can see it over here. Okay. And the markets continuously reacted, gave a break of structure, again formed a fair value gap. What I did was, instead of leaving this alone, I got a little desperate. Okay. And I took a trade inside this. And as soon as this candle was formed, right, I got out. I got out at minus 0.4 hour. Okay, this is where the problem came today. It was a very small problem. I did not lose more than that. So overall on the day I am net up 0. 0.6 hours, so that's not a huge deal. But what is the point is that, I should have made sure that I'm not entering into any bad trades kind of thing. But again, I got myself into this particular trade. I exited, but again, it came back to break even, came back even down. So I should have actually held it, because I could not accept the risk as well. That is the number second reason why I lost this particular trade, and that's how today's day actually went. So if you look at the day's recap of what has happened, basically I would say that EU I got plus 1 hour, and NQ I lost minus 0.4 hour. So we are in a net plus of uh, you know 0.6 hour, which is a okay start to a Monday. Given that today was a no news Monday, there was not a lot of reaction. We can see a lot of dead moves happening. But again, I am a long on gold as well on one of my other friends' account. That's not my account, so I'm not counting that into this. But I am long on gold since 25.95. So this is the place where I actually took my entry into gold. Little contraction, a lot of news coming from the Europe and the western parts. Israel attacking Beirut. A lot of drones coming from Ukraine and Russia on Saturday and Sunday night. So again, one more reason for me to go bullish on gold, and another reason technically was on a weekly context. If you can see it over here, it's a wonderful tap on the weekly fair value gap, and gold has reacted from there. So most likely we might see another new all-time high on gold as well. So I am going to hold this trade for some time and hope that this performs uh, according to my expectations. So this is everything for today. Today was day one of my road to 500k funding. I'll again see you tomorrow, and I'll update you with the trades that I've taken, what my game plan was, what was my execution, and how we are going to move ahead from here. Until then, stay disciplined, and thank you so much for watching. Bye bye. Have a good night.